What can be done to influence police behavior to change or reduce some of the disparities that we see and that I spoke about? First and foremost, I think we need transparency. At the moment, we don't have a whole lot in the way of race-based data from our police and the rest of our justice system made available. And so it's very hard actually to even know where those disparities exist. So the first part's really transparency. And then I think that transparency can help us build accountability. So officers need to be held accountable for their behavior, and institutions or police agencies as well be accountable for the disparities that we know exist now based on the bit of data that we have and that are likely to exist going forward. I think it's important though to acknowledge that many of the disparities and outcomes aren't just a result of discrimination, for example, in policing, but larger social forces that put people in conditions that mean that they're either over-policed or more likely to participate in crime. Steps that could be taken to perhaps pursue a war on poverty would be attempts made to reduce inequality, first and foremost. This can be done in a number of ways. Taxes, of course, are one way. I liked the basic income pilot program that was running here in Ontario that has since unfortunately been canceled. That program gives people the ability to pursue their passions, and we know that when people are given opportunities to do things that they would like to do rather than forced into jobs perhaps that they don't want, that they're more creative and that they actually are more likely to develop and build businesses. So a model like that can be good for the economy and good for individual people. So what role should the government play in influencing what people consume or the choices that they have around what they consume? I think the government has a role to play in ensuring that people live full and healthy lives. I don't necessarily think that that means they should be constraining individual choices. So a public health approach to alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs, I think, are sensible rather than a law enforcement approach. Let's not forget, we had the prohibition of alcohol in this country and many others. That didn't work. Prohibition over drugs isn't working. And so I think the government should strictly regulate and manage actually the distribution of drugs, and while doing so, ensure people have the knowledge that they need and supports they need to, if they would like to, reduce problematic drug use.